So here's the thing. I had this big international conference trip planned. I was excited, nervous, and honestly, kind of overwhelmed by how much I had to do. But then life threw a curveball. A few days before my flight, I got sick. Like, really sick. I wasn't just tired or dealing with a cold. I was laid up in bed, barely able to get out. I'd had this trip on my calendar for months. I'd saved, planned, and worked hard to make it happen. I had everything booked. Flights, accommodation, the whole package. And suddenly, I was staring at the possibility of losing all of it. I remember sitting there, feeling that sinking panic in my chest. I knew if I canceled, I'd probably lose the whole thing. The flights were non-refundable, and the conference ticket? Non-transferable. And there was no way I could just go and make it happen. I mean, I could barely get out of bed, let alone hop on a plane halfway across the world. It felt like the universe was punishing me for something I didn't even do. I'm sure some of you have been there, right? That feeling where you've planned something for so long, only for it to all come crashing down through no fault of your own. But here's where it got a little better. I remembered I had travel insurance. Honestly, at the time, I had almost forgotten about it. It was one of those just in case things I'd checked off when booking my flights. You know, like how we all do, kind of brushing it off and thinking we won't need it. But this time, I needed it. So I called up the insurance company, unsure of what they could actually do for me. And that's when things started to turn around. They were incredibly helpful. Like, surprisingly so. They explained exactly what I needed to do, how to submit the cancellation claim, and what documents to provide. I had no idea how complicated this process could be until I was in the thick of it. But the best part? They really did help me get my money back. They covered the cost of the flights, the hotel booking I'd had to cancel, and even some of the conference fees I couldn't get back. It wasn't all of it, but it was enough to make a huge difference. And honestly, that was a huge relief. It felt like this weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I didn't have to worry about losing all my money. I didn't have to feel like I'd failed in some way for something I couldn't control. I had made the right choice, even if I didn't realize it at the time. Now, looking back, it's clear to me that travel insurance wasn't just a formality, it was my safety net. If you're planning a big trip or even a small one, you really can't afford to skip it. I know it feels like one of those things we push to the side because, let's be honest, we all think we're invincible, right? We think it'll be fine, nothing will go wrong. But then life happens, and you can't predict when it will. If you're like me and you've been putting it off, just do it. Trust me on this. It's not just a precaution, it's peace of mind. And look, I've tried a few different insurance providers in my time, but there's one that really stood out to me. Auras.insure, link in the description. It wasn't just some faceless company to me. They were there when I needed them. They really took the time to explain everything, and they genuinely helped me when I thought I was out of options. I'm not saying this as some promotion. I'm just saying it as someone who genuinely benefited from having that safety net when things went wrong. Because honestly, I don't know what I would have done without that support. So, my takeaway? Travel insurance isn't just a nice to have. It's a must-have. I wish I could have learned that sooner, but hey, now you don't have to make the same mistake. Take the time. Protect yourself. You'll thank yourself later.